the North Shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carry here for Travion Henderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Steelers defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
He's across midfield. Down the right sideline. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Hey, what's up?
Henderson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Again, it's Henderson. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Travion Henderson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Young to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go. Set.
Here is Young. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Milton Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try to create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To the air, May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go. 52 right. 95.
Now Young. The pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. On play action, May. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Algier going straight ahead. The way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyler Algier. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Three. Here we go.
Young now. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Ready. Set, cut.
Looking to throw. Young. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now they'll audible to something else. To throw is Howard. Off play action. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. May. He finds Douglas complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's May. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. May going to give it to Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Patriots.
He finds his man complete. It's Soto. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. To throw, it's May. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They're going on fourth down, May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Howard throwing to start the drive. Screenplay, Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Second and 13. Again, it's Johnson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And at third down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third down and 6. Looking to throw. Howard. He'll let it fly for Austin. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Throwing here is May. Got a man open, it's Sutton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2. At the 45.
From the gun, it's May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
Now they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw with May. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Howard. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Williams, the man in motion left. Looking to throw. May. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the shotgun, May with it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Back to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action. Howard. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They're going to look to throw. May looking to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's good. Patriots, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, New England.
Off the play fake. Here's May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coaches are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Travion Henderson, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
31. Steelers 7.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. And will be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots will take over here as
queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. 'Cause I signed